Recovery for me, it looks like authentic personal relationships, actually experiencing and being present for all of that, instead of walking through relationships and walking through activities in life just completely numbed out.
I'm coming up on 7 months clean, which I'm very proud of.
Awesome.
Thank you. There are everyday struggles
Yeah.
In my relationships or my engagement with the world that I still come up against.
Yeah.
And that's why having, Central National Guidance and my groups are so critical, because I get to talk that stuff out.
My name is Joseph Cavallo. I'm a person in long-term recovery from a substance use disorder, and I'm a certified recovery peer advocate and outreach coordinator on our mobile unit. So I mean, traditionally, meeting with a drug and alcohol counselor or a social worker, there's kind of like a hierarchy in this relationship. It's not really like on an even playing field. So as a recovery coach or a peer advocate, when you can share your own broken moments with them and kind of get on an even playing field with them, be able to walk them through what it looks like to come out the other side of that, there's a trust that's built.
The team consists of a prescriber or a doctor. We have 2 clinicians, an RN, peers, an outreach coordinator, and a case manager. When someone calls us, it's a very small window. When someone has reached out for help when there's substance use involved. So we're able to really meet those individuals where they're at.
You're going to get this blue bag. You're going to get a pair of gloves. You're going to get a face mask, alcohol pads, and 2 4-milligram doses of Narcan.
So we see it on a daily basis. A lot of the individuals we service are opioid dependent, and the vast majority of them have had multiple overdoses. I have many friends that I grew up with that weren't given the opportunity at living a life in long-term recovery because Narcan just wasn't readily available.
I was on opiates for 25 years. I had doctors writing me 650 pills a month, which is what I was taking. I've overdosed in minutes. Overdoses are a dime a dozen, and they're everywhere now. And unfortunately, I know so many people that are still doing drugs. I just thought it was important to have the Narcan. That way, if something happens, I'm ready to help them and hopefully save a life.
Thank you very much.
Community members can actually carry this around and have this life-saving tool readily available. Shut that. Right. What's going on? Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
How are things going? Where are you living now?
Good. I'm staying a roommate for right now.
Tommy was one of the first individuals that we really serviced ongoing through the mobile unit. He was the first individual that we picked up right out of county jail.
You actually pushed me, you showed up, you gave a crap. And to some people, that may not mean so much, but it means a lot. Because, like when we're in our vulnerable state, when we first get out, we feel like that nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to listen. We're just a drug addict, a junkie. When I first met Joe, it was an instant connection. Joe's been where I'm at. I overdosed over 11 times, 11 overdoses, and I'm still here. I don't care what anybody says, but that's definitely a sign that it's definitely not my time to go.
Good to see you, Jim. I just hope that people will learn that a substance use disorder or a mental health disorder is not something that you should feel guilty or ashamed about. Most media pieces you see are things in the news. It's all the negative side. It's the arrests, it's the overdose deaths, it's the actual abuse of the substance and everything that comes along with that. You don't see highlighted much what recovery looks like. When we step out of the shadows and we're kind of willing to talk about it, not be ashamed about it, walk hand in hand with other people and walk them through that process, we can kind of continue to break down those walls. I feel personally like everybody is in recovery from something. It's not substances for all individuals, but I think we all need personal relationships. We all need community. I think that we were all created to kind of do life together.